The Lightning take on the Senators, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Ottawa. The Lightning are the $2.20 favorite, total at 6.5. We saw a 10-cent move toward Tampa Bay in the early wagering. They opened 210, up to minus 220, total 6.5. 73% of the consensus are leaning toward Tampa Bay, 71% shaded toward the over. Right now, Ottawa's plus 190 on the money line. Tampa's plus $1.10 on the puck line. We have Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Craig Anderson for the Senators. Anderson's just 6-9 on the year, 306 goals against. Meanwhile, Vasilevsky 18-9 on the year, 283 goals against, 909 save percentage. If you like Ottawa in this matchup here, might be a tough one for you. I don't expect a blowout of the Lightning, as Ottawa's just 2-6 straight up in their last 8. They also rank in the bottom 3 in shots allowed at home. Now, Tampa Bay, on the other side, they are, red hot right now. Winners of their last 5 straight. They also rank in the top 5 in scoring. When it comes to this total, we're looking at a Tampa team who's 24-15 to the over on the year. Pretty chalky lean here. I'm going to lean Tampa Bay minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 in that contest. Next game, Colorado taking on the Devils. 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Newark, New Jersey. Colorado's minus 200, total at 6. We did see a 10-cent move toward Colorado in the early wagering. They open $1.90, up to minus 200. Totals at 6 goals. 69% on Colorado, 73% on the over. New Jersey is plus $1.70 on the money line. Colorado plus $1.30, laying the goal and a half. Phil Grubauer for the Avalanche, Mackenzie Blackwood for the Devils. Phil Grubauer is coming into this game with a 2.91 goals against and a 910 save percentage. And as good as Grubauer has been, doesn't even need to be that good because this Colorado team can certainly light up that scoreboard. They rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 10 in offensive shots. Meanwhile, the Devils on the other side, they've played 20 games at home this year. They've come up with the W in just 6 of them. That's right, 6, 8, and 6 at home this year. 8 and 12 against the spread in that same category. And of course, when I refer to the spread in the NHL, I'm referring to the puck line. So once again, 8 and 12 against the spread for New Jersey at home this year. Now, 5 out of Colorado's last 6 games did get over the total. Another very chalky lean here. I'm going to lean Colorado minus 1.5 and the over 6 goals in that contest. Next game, Islanders taking on the Maple Leafs, 7 o'clock Toronto. The Leafs are $1.50, total at 6. We saw a 10-cent fade of Toronto in the early betting. They open $1.60, down to 150, totals at 6. 63% are leaning Toronto, 73% on the over. Right, excuse me, that was rude. Right now, the Islanders are plus 130 on the money line. Toronto plus $1.60, laying the goal and a half. We have Mike Hutchinson for Toronto. Semyon Varlamov for the Islanders. Varlamov comes into this game with a 14-4-1 record, 241 goals against, and a 921 save percentage. Mike Hutchinson on the other side, just 2-5 on the year, 403 goals against, 883 save percentage. Now, if you like Toronto in this matchup here, they're laying a pretty hefty price. So if you want to back them on the puck line, you're still in trouble there as well. Out of their 19 home games this year, they've covered the puck line in just 7 of them. They also rank in the bottom 5 in shots allowed at home. Now the Islanders on the other side, 12-6-1 away from home, 12-7 against the spread in those 19 games, and the Islanders 14-5 to the under away from home. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me the Islanders plus $1.30 and the under 6 goals in that game. All right, guys, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Saturday's NHL action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We're currently hitting at 3-0 in our last 3 board member package plays on that site. And we're also 3-1 in our last 4 NFL package plays on that site. You can check out my current record for free right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. My record's right on the homepage. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive back into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got the Penguins taking on the Canadiens. 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Montreal. The Canadiens are minus $1.15, total at 6. We saw a 15-cent move toward Montreal. They opened pretty much even money, up to minus $1.15, totals at 6. 51% are leaning Montreal, 70% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Penguins are minus 105 on the money line. Montreal plus 215 on the puck line. Carey Price for the Canadiens, Matt Murray for the Pens. Murray comes into this game with an 11-6-1 record and a 2.96 goals against. Meanwhile, Carey Price on the other side comes into this matchup with a 3.00 goals against average. Pittsburgh playing some really good puck right now, 7-2 straight up in their last 9. They rank in the top 5 in goals allowed, top 3 in shots allowed on the road. Very good defensively is this Pittsburgh squad. Now Montreal on the other side, right in the middle of a 4-game losing streak. They're also just 8-9-3 at home this year, really struggling on their home ice, and they rank in the bottom 10 in goals allowed on their home ice as well. Total-wise, Pittsburgh 11-6 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean toward another underdog in this one. Give me Pittsburgh minus 105 and the over 6 goals in that contest. Next game, Flyers, Coyotes, 8 o'clock, Arizona. The Coyotes are $1.30, total 5.5. 10-cent move toward Arizona. They open $1.20 up to minus 130, totals 5.5. 62% are leaning Arizona, 55% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Flyers are plus $1.10 on the money line. Arizona plus $1.90 on the puck line. Antti Raanta for the Coyotes. Carter Hart for the Flyers. Hart comes into this game with a 13-9-1 record, 2.51 goals against, 9.08 save percentage. Antti Raanta 8-8-1 on the year. Phillies 5-3 straight up in their last 8, top 3 in shots allowed. Arizona bottom 10 in home scoring, bottom 10 in shots allowed at home as well. Total-wise, Arizona 25-18 to the under overall for the year. I like the road dog in this one. Give me another underdog. I like Philadelphia plus $1.10 and the under 5.5 in that contest. Next game, Rangers taking on the Canucks, 10 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Vancouver. The Canucks are $1.55, total 6.5. 10-cent fade of Vancouver in the early betting. They open $1.65 down to $1.55, total 6.5. 62% are leaning Vancouver, 63% shaded toward the over. Right now the Rangers are plus 135 on the money line. The Canucks are plus $1.65 on the puck line. We have Jake Markstrom for Vancouver, Heinrich Lundqvist for the Rangers. Lundqvist is just 9-9 on the year, 310 goals against. Markstrom comes into this game with a 272 goals against and a 917 save percentage. Vancouver 13-5-3 at home this year, top 5 in home scoring, doing a fine job in front of their home crowd. Now New York on the other side, losers in 6 out of their last 9 games. They rank in the bottom 5 in goals allowed. Now total-wise, the Rangers 8-0-2 to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean Vancouver minus 155 and the over 6.5 in that contest. Next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Predators, Kings, 10:30 Los Angeles. The Preds are minus 125, total 5.5. We saw a 10-cent fade of Nashville in the early wagering. They open $1.35 down to minus 125, totals 5.5. 62% are leaning Nashville, 73% shaded toward the over. Right now the Kings are plus 105 on the money line. Nashville plus $1.95, laying the goal and a half. Pecorine for the Preds, Jack Campbell for the Kings. Campbell comes into this game with a 2.84 goals against. Meanwhile, Rene's 3.07. Meanwhile, having an 8.93 save percentage. The Kings are 11-7-1 at home. They rank in the top 3 in shots allowed. Meanwhile, Nashville on the other side, right in the middle of a 3-game skid. They're also 8-13 against the spread on the road, and they rank in the bottom 10 in goals allowed on the road as well. Nashville 14-4 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean toward another underdog. Give me the Kings plus 105 and the over 5.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are 3-0 in our last 3 board member package plays on that site. I like the Kings, plus 105 over 5.5. Vancouver, minus 155 over 6.5. Philadelphia, plus $1.10 under 5.5. Tampa Bay, minus 1.5 over 6.5. Pittsburgh, minus 105 over 6 goals. Islanders, plus 130 under 6 goals. And last but certainly not least, I like Colorado, minus 1.5 in the over 6 goals in that game.